Welcome back to Penner Production coverage of the SoMint Road Tour, sponsored by SoMint Disc Golf. Great lead card here for you. We have Nathan Allton, Curtis Broadhurst, Jason Brown, and the kid Nolan Ramser. Nolan starting things off here, shooting a hot 6th down in the first round in the backwards extravaganza layout, throwing from the orange tees for round 2 at Clapp Memorial Disc Golf Park. And Nolan just gets a hold of this drive. He'll be a little deep at the pin. Curtis, really a good lefty layout here, especially this hole. See if he can take advantage of that. He'll leave that one a little wide. He'll have a look, but Jason Brown here from Larned, Kansas. Worked on this shot quite a bit in warm-ups here. Let's see if we can do. Good turn on that flight, and he'll hyzer out a little early, but he'll be close to circle's edge for his birdie putt. Great shot. And the big forehand man, Nathan Allton, ripping there on his Scorpius. Little short, but he'll have about 100 foot up. Punches that one in. Kind of an unfortunate roll away there, but he'll have about a 30-footer. Jason laying that one under the basket. Curtis from about 40. Barely misses left side of the cage. Nolan went flying past the basket here. He really got a hold of that drive. Nathan for his par. Ooh, and that one will sail just right of him. Pretty windy day. Oh, Nathan missing his comeback putt. That'll be a 5 for Nathan. Not the way he wanted to start this event, I'm sure. Good par there from Jason Brown. Nolan will take a par as well. And Curtis will clean up his par here. Hole 2, 363. OB right of the sidewalk. Ramser to tee off here. He's ripping on a Nuke OS, making sure to push that right to left. And wow, he'll get a great skip right up inside 15 feet for his birdie putt. Great drive there from Nolan.
I'll bleep you.
Curtis looks like he's ripping on that D1. Another decent lefty hole. He has to kind of hang this out a little wider because of that low-hanging branch there, but he got some good ground action. He'll be a little short, but maybe just outside circle for his birdie. Jason ripping on a sidewinder here, it looks like. Oh, excuse me, that's a destroyer. Good flight for him. He left that a bit short. He'll have about a 45-footer there for his bird. And Nathan on a mortar here, it looks like. Big flip. Holds the turn quite a bit, and that's going to crash hard. Not a bad spot. He'll have an open putt from about 40. Jason for birdie. Ooh, thought he had it. Nate from outside circle. Just misses left there on that putt. one sails. Oh, unfortunate roll for Curtis behind the tree there. That'll be a tough comeback par. Nate Allton saving par, and look at this unfortunate roll away for Curtis. No problem for him, dead center on his comeback. Good confident putt there from Curtis. And look how close Nolan's drive was, oh my goodness. 7 feet for his birdie. Great drive with that Nugo S fighting the wind. And Jason cleaning up there with a birdie as well. Par, excuse me, with a par. On to hole 3. Tunnel shot here. 392. A lot of players will elect to just pop this outside. There's no Mandos or anything, and the left is wide open. So throwing something fairly overstable that will hopefully kick back in to give you a look at something at the green. The tunnel itself is quite narrow with the ceiling almost the whole way. Curtis with a pretty stable X3 here. Puts that a little high. He'll punch back into the fairway, but looks like he might be a little short. Jason electing to go through the tunnel here on a backhand, see if he can thread the needle, and just barely misses the left side of the tree. Pretty good shot. He'll be quite a few short, but he got a pretty full flight on that backhand. Wow, look at that ground play from Nathan's forehand. He won't have a great look at the basket, but that could have been a lot worse. Good up there from Jason. Curtis from edge of circle 2. Good bid. Nate Allton with the layup. Nolan with the best drive of the group here. Just about circle's edge, it looks like. And leaves it a little low, never really had a chance. So pars from the card here on hole 3. And all the cleanups here. On to hole 4, 270, big flick hole. Looks like a Nugo S from Nolan. You got to throw this up over these big trees and hope to crash something down at the basket. Nolan's right there next to the cage. This can be a tricky shot. If you get hung up on one of these trees, the odds of you hitting down next to the sidewalk and rolling over are pretty high. So you really have to throw something pretty stable. And hope that you miss everything on this tree line. Wide lefty hyzer here from Curtis. And that actually will hit a tree. And see that danger of that rolling OB. He stays in bounds, but won't have a good look at the birdie. Jason trying to thread here. That looks like it was a Firebird there. That needs to sit down for him. Big skiff. Sit down. Wow, big skip for Jason, and he'll be just in bounds by about 3 feet. Close call. Allton lining up the forehand here. His specialty. Oh. Gives it an ace run that drops down a foot in front of the basket.
I didn't know we were doing that.
Great drive. Curtis from about 60. Good trade. Jason from about the same distance. A layup as well. Great drives from the kid and from Allton as well. Good birdie to take here. Kind of a tougher hole if you don't have a big forehand. Which both of these players happen to have two of the biggest in the game right now in Wichita, so. Alright, on to hole 5. 227-foot par 3. One of the easier holes on the course. Really just have to punch into this green here. Nathan giving that, Nolan giving that a bit of a bid. Flash and change just a bit above the basket. Nate with the same line, inside the tree. And that'll set him up for a good bird there. Lefty hyzer here from Curtis. Barely misses that high tree. This thing needs to sit down. It's coming in hot. And that'll actually skip OB. There's a river back there about 10 to 15 behind the basket. You do have to have this shot settle down pretty early because it's a pretty gnarly river with a big drop off. So Curtis will be putting back for his par. Tough wraparound, kind of anti-putt here for Curtis. Bang, he gets it. Great par save there by Curtis. Not an easy putt. Nate'll grab that birdie. Great putt. Jason from Circle's Edge, maybe? Man, it's the band. Oof. He'll want that one back. Nolan is not letting his foot off the gas. Good bird. Curtis wanting that disc back here. On to hole 6. Nolan with a commanding lead at 9 down. Hole 6 is 601 feet. And it is a beast. Nolan ripping this drive. Not quite full flight, but he'll get down there about 450.
That's my friend. He's coming.
Basket here is heavily protected on the left side of this tree line, with 4 or 5 guardian trees that will make this upshot very difficult. You really just want to put this as far as you can in the fairway to give yourself a look. Nate kind of sawing off that forehand there. That'll leave for a difficult up, about 300 feet. This is a tough lefty shot because you really want to get this disc as far as you can, but also end closest left to that tree line as you can. Curtis with a decent drive there. He'll have about a 200-foot up. That's a bomb from Jason too. Full flight, good finish. A rare Nate Allton backhand here. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, he'll put that in about 15 feet. Great upshot over there from Allton. Another great upshot from there from Jason. Kind of a cushy par 4, 600 feet. With a decent drive, you should have a good look at birdie. Curtis leaving that a bit left. He'll be about Circle's Edge. Nolan with the up. Ooh, unfortunate root off the ground play. That'll leave him with about a 40-foot putt. Nolan's no stranger to 35-footers, though. With the challenger. Rattles that one home. Great putt there from the kid. Birdie streak continues. That's 3 in a row. He is not letting his foot off the gas. Jason for birdie. Great putt. Grabs am side there. He'll take it. Good bird there from Nate Allton as well. Not a great drive, but he had an amazing upshot there and a good putt for his bird. Curtis for the star frame. And that just chains out there am side of his putt. So Curtis will take the solo par, rest of the card with birdies. On to hole 7, 354 feet. Pretty straightforward hyzer hole. Nolan taking this way up high, around this tree, scaring the birds. Nuke OS. That'll plop down about 30 feet past the pin, it looks like. Nate showing you the forehand line here. Oh, and the wind just takes this and turns it all the way over. That's looking OB. The sidewalk plays OB. He is 25 feet OB. Unfortunate there for Nate Allton. And Jason will get this turned over as well. Wind was ripping here on this hole. Curtis with that D1, trusting his turn. That never quite came out. So he'll have a tough look at the basket as well. Nate Allton dropping here. Not a horrible place because he rode that sidewalk quite a ways, so he'll get a favorable OB drop. And just crashing that into the hill. He'll have to take his medicine. Long up here from Jason, kind of a blind approach. Curtis from 80. Half bid, safe hyzer into the wall of the green there. Nate for bogey. Good putt. Nolan about 25 back, and another birdie for the kid. That's 4 in a row. I'll take him to 11 down. Jason to safe par. Chains out pro side there. So Jason and Nate will take bogeys here. Good par save there from Curtis. And the kid with another birdie. On to hole 8, 393. Big hyzer shot. And looks like Nolan put this 2 inside. He'll get caught up there in the trees. Noah will be on the sidewalk here, but to throw a full hyzer, this will play about 400. Maybe more, 420, 430. Curtis trying to find kind of a lefty line in here. The trees. Touchy shot. If this can hold turn, it does not. So that'll hyzer back into the trees. He'll have about 80 foot up. Nate also looking for this left line. Holding turn nicely. He doesn't like it, but it looks pretty good. Ugh, caught up in that tall grass. If that would have missed the tall grass, it would have skipped up to the green pretty nicely. He'll still have about a 40-foot look, it looks like. And a wide hyzer there from Jason. Good ground play. Still about a 60-foot look. Nolan just playing up to that side of the green. Take his par. Curtis in a tough spot here, having to kind of thread this and land it softly up on the green. He'll skip a little long, but will still have a good look for his par. Jason from about 70. Wind is playing games with him here. High putt, and that'll land softly in front of the basket. Oh, Nate hits the backside of the basket, and that'll actually roll down about 15 feet for his comeback, maybe 20 feet. And he'll just missed the comeback on the pro side. It's another bogey for Nate Allton. Not happy about it. Curtis first par. Good putt. And Nolan finally letting his foot off the gas and taking a par on hole 8 here. He still has a commanding lead. No strokes gained on that hole. On to hole 9. 652. Kind of a tricky tee shot here. Looks like Nolan's ripping on a nuke. You need a lot of distance on this drive. It's kind of a funky shape, missing that tree on the right, but still hugging the tree line kind of as close as you can. And then finishing out to the middle of the fairway. Sets up nicely for a big lefty flex. See if Curtis can capitalize. Getting full flight there.
That's a man.
Good shot from Curtis. Curtis told me before this hole he's never threed this hole in his life. So let's see if he can do it today. Jason leaving a little to be desired there. He'll still have a look for his 3. And that'll dig for Nate as well. Not the round he wanted today so far. This looks like his Millennium Scorpius. Big forehand, full flight. Wind playing games with it, but fighting through, finishing right. We'll see if he has a look there for his birdie. Jason turning this thing. And we'll see if it can hook up. And barely hooks up. He's about 2 feet from the road, but he'll have a good look at the up. Nolan with another nuke, it looks like. Big wind flare skip there. He'll have a look at his birdie as well. This hole is very lefty friendly, and Curtis will leave that a bit short, but we'll still have a look. Allton giving that kind of a half bid. Take his par. Oof. Jason wanted that 3. Alright, you see Curtis for his first 3 of his career on hole number 9 at Clap. 40 feet. Oh, thought he had it. Just sawed it off a couple inches early. Nolan from a knee. Circle's edge. That'll just run by. So, looks like pars for the card here on hole 9. Difficult hole. We'll get everyone's clean up here.
Thought I was.
On to hole 10. 334 feet. OB both sidewalks. And trees just littering the middle of the fairway here, so forces you to go out wide. Nolan trusting this grass, see if he can get enough skip to get back in bounds. Barely crosses the left OB line. He is thrilled about that. This is one of those flicks that if you ride the whole line outside of the OB and you never cross, it's a re-tee, because you'll never cross in bounds if you're playing a full wide flick or a lefty hyzer. Curtis sawing this off a little bit. He'll hit some trees. Oh, unfortunate bounce, and he'll drop out of bounds. It looks like he may have crossed a little bit up the fairway there. We'll see what the card decides. Jason playing that big righty hyzer line. If you can get past this tree, that looks like a good shot. Yeah, that'll spike in a round circle. And Allton got too much turn on that forehand. See if that can work. Not really a chance. So Curtis is just going to have to re-tee as well. Playing that inside line, not a bad shot. Allton made a little progress here, it looks like. Oh, and that hit sidewalk. Can it work? That is another OB for Nate Allton. And he'll throw his third shot into the first tree there. Tough hole for Nate Allton. Curtis from about 80. This hole can rack up some big numbers. We've got a skinny fairway, OB riddled, it's a tree riddled. Kind of protected green if you're taking the high line as well. Jason gives that a bid. Nolan getting that big skip will put him at about 25 feet for his birdie. Of course he gets it. This birdie will take so much on the rest of the card. We're gonna have some big numbers and have a birdie. Curtis taking a 5 there. Nate Allton taking a 6. And Jason will take a 4. So Nolan only furthering his lead on the rest of the card. Put him at 12 down. Hole 11. If you were to ace a hole, this is the one to do it. Big flick, lefty hyzer, backhand. Not much to it. Should see some 2s here from the group. Inside circle there for Jason. Curtis with that stable X3 again. Crashing that down inside circle. Allton quick to the pad. That looked like it might have been a Conrad AVR. Jason left this drive a little bit short. He'll have about a 25 to 30 footer for his bird. Oof. Off the front of the cage. Allton for birdie. Yes, sir. Rattles that one home. Curtis for his 2. Oh, and he just misses everything there. The left side, he can't believe it. And he'll miss am side there as well. Nolan, birdie. No surprise. And Jason will take a 3 there as well. Surprisingly, only two birdies on this card. Curtis will take a bogey. On to hole 12, 280, par 3. Kind of a tricky hole. Nolan will just put this way too high. Just seeing if they can fight through. The line here is the lefty backhand, righty flick to keep it low and kind of maybe hang it around that middle tree on the left side of the fairway and hopefully skip through. But Nate taking the inside line here. He saws that off quite a bit early, giving himself a 45 footer. That'll put Jason in about 25, 30 feet. Good lefty hole. Let's see if Curtis can capitalize. Stable X3. Big skip. That'll leave him at about 30 footer. Nolan wants no business with this putt. Laying it up. Allton from outside circle. Hits front cage. Oof. Hitting the right chain. Jason knows that might have gotten one on the whole card. Curtis rattles out pro side there. Jason with a bit of a comeback putt here. Let's see if he can capitalize. Good putt there from Jason. So star par for the group. Everyone here finishing up. And we will move on to hole 13. Hole 13, 250 par 3. Nolan leaving this one on the ground a little bit. Kind of a big flex forehand is the agreed upon line here for righties. Jason not getting enough ante on his shot, but kind of sneaking through. He'll have a look at his bird. Sidewalk plays OB on the right side, so you don't want to leave this one right. Another decent lefty hole. Curtis sneaking that by the early tree. Filtering down, he'll have about a 20-footer for his birdie. See if Nate and Allton can get back up here. He doesn't like it, but that's almost parked, folks. Great shot from Nate. Nolan laying up again. He doesn't even need birdies. He's done his work early, and as you can see by the score, no one's touching the kid this tournament. Face mask there from Jason. Curtis for bird. Misses everything again. He has not been putting well this back nine so far. Nate for one on the card. Great birdie there from Allton. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight for second place. Unless Nolan decides to take triple bogeys on the rest of the holes, which history tells us he's not going to do. We're fighting for second place payout here between Curtis, Nate, and Jason. Hole 14, 501 par 4. Big open fairway. That's a pretty cushy par 4. Really just put something out there close to that line of 4 trees on the left side of the fairway. Pitch in for your approach and take your birdie. Nola just rips this drive, finishing left full flight. That's a crush from the kid. He'll have a half bit of eagle there. Looks like a destroyer there from Jason. Is riding that turn. Kind of a crush there from Jason. He'll be on the right side of the fairway, but good distance. Maybe a tricky lefty hole here. Let's see how Curtis plays it. Looks like a D1. That'll finish right. Fairly short, but he'll have a good up. Trying to thread this through, holding his turn. That's a veteran upshot there from Curtis. Great shot. A Moab maybe there from Nate Allton. Threading that through the trees as well. He'll have a good 15, 20-foot birdie putt. Jason with a great drive. Asking for it to get down, but good luck. Nolan from circle to edge here. An absolute crush of a drive. Giving this a bid for his eagle. Hangs it out too far right, but we're setting up for a star frame here. Curtis from circle's edge. Yes, sir. Pro side all day. Great putt from Curtis. Allton from 20. Yes, sir. Jason from 20 as well. All day. All day from Jason. And the kid surprising us all with a made 15-foot putt. What do you know? Another birdie for Ramser. Hole 15, 271. Pretty straightforward. Really just one guardian tree there in front of you. This grass can kind of make for a tough lefty backhand, righty flick line. Allton sawing that one off a bit early. There is river OB right behind the basket, which kind of makes for a tricky shot. Here's the line from Nolan. Looks like he leaves that a bit short, but he'll have a good putt. Jason going a little higher, hanging that up there, and that's going to finish into the tree. Unfortunate. That stable X3 from Curtis again. He's been leaning on that in this wind. Needs to do some work. Highs are out. We'll have to see where that lands. Flirting with OB. Jason for circle 2. Get down. Take a par. Curtis from barely inbounds down in this ravine next to the water. Gives it a bid. Not a bad shot from Curtis. Nate Allton from circle's edge as well. Playing it safe, leaving that low. Take a par. Kind of scary putt for Nolan with those challengers. How hard he putts. He'll need to make sure to hit basket on this. Oh, and that league's left. He'll hit that grass. Luckily, the grass is inbounds. Just the river is OB. So, 20-footer from Nolan. We've seen him do it before. And he'll do it again. No problem. Par from Nolan. And most likely a par from the rest of the group as well. So going into hole 16, we have Nolan at 14 down, Curtis and Nate at even, and Jason at 1 down. Nolan taking the high line here over everything and crashing down behind the basket. Card was amazed that someone would try that line. This hole is 280, plays with that line 360, 370. Huge hyzer there from Nolan, showing off his range. Nate getting caught up in the first available there, a little high. Not the round he wanted. Maybe destroyer here from Jason. Unfortunate kick. Curtis lining up a big lefty hyzer. See if he can go around everything. And just leaves that a bit inside. Caught up on that second lefty tree. Moab up there from Nate Allton. Parked. Curtis from 60 feet. Hyzer putt. Grabs chain. Great putt there from Curtis. He's pumped. Huge 60-footer, full hyzer putt. Amazing. Jason for the same distance. Almost does it again. That would have been too nice, fellas. We can only have one of those per hole. And look how far Nolan missing this putt. Not that he needs it, but it's rare to go deep on this hole, folks. Taking his par. He could take a double bogey. Doesn't matter. 14 under. Nolan trying to go as far under par as his age. See if he can do it. 2 more holes left. He's got a chance. Pars from the group. Curtis will take 1 on the card with a 2. Great 2 there, Curtis. Hole 17, 393. Another great lefty hole. Hyzering this in here. Holding turn nicely for distance. That'll give Curtis about a circle's edge look there. Millennium Scorpius from Nate Allton. Nice to get down. A little too much turn there. This is a nuke, I believe, from Nolan. Holding turn, punching through that tree line. And hyzering back just at the end. Kind of a good shot there from Nolan. He'll have a long look at it. Destroyer here from Jason. up here from Nate Allton. Great tree kick. He loves it. Good to see spirits high on hole 17. Oof. Curtis was trying to do it again. Jason from outside circle 2. Ramser from 45. Nolan's 14 down and still running these putts. That shows you the kind of character of the player that he is. Square par here from the card. And we will move on to hole 18. Par 3, 383 feet. Nice lefty crush from Curtis. Holding turn, full flight. That'll punch up nicely to the green. Nate Allton. Another flick, crush. Nolan can throw this backwards, sideways. He can throw whatever he wants. He's got 14 shots to mess around. Destroyer from Jason. A little short, but in good spot. So implications here for second. Jason really just needs to tap this in, and he'll get standalone second. Excuse me, Curtis is also tied. So tie for second place between Jason and Curtis. And they both have some putts to see who gets standalone second, or if we'll have a tie. So this is a tie for second place. Curtis is parked. Jason needs this putt. Oh, he'll want that one back. So Jason and Nathan will tie even. Curtis will get standalone second place with a 1 under. And 16-year-old Nolan Ramser annihilating the competition here at the SoMint Tour. 14 down. Great round there from the kid. Thank you guys for watching Penner Productions. Like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for the support. Congrats to Nolan Ramser. Thank you to Michael Junod as well as SoMint for the sponsorships. Tune in next time. Peace.